Hey folks, welcome back to Crazy Style in episode 2 of Road to Mediocre. In the last episode, I finished my first track day at Road America's Motorplex with the Ninja 250. With the Ninja 250, I upgraded the front fork springs with springs from Racetech and double H sintered pads from EBC. Overall, the first track day went great. After my sessions, I noticed my hands got super clammy and sore, and my toe sliders kept dragging in right turns sometimes. All of these problems point to my posture and body position being off. Hands too tight, knees not gripping the tank enough, and toes out too far in turns. So, with that, I hit the lot practicing my body positioning. At the lot, I set up a 30-foot diameter circle to work on my vision, looking ahead, and body positioning, keeping my toes on the pegs and getting my butt off of the seat. With that, I put on some Pirelli Sport Demons.
Alright guys, I ordered some new tires, and here they are. These are the Pirelli Sport Demons. They are some of the only tires, sticky tires, that you can still get for 16-inch rims like these. So, these tires are pretty darn old, 9 years old, and I really should have gotten something newer before I hit the track, but I cannot wait to get those on so I can trust this more. Alright folks, in order to get these on, we gotta take these off. So, right now I have the front and the rear lifted off, so we can take them off. Just got to remove the cotter pin, loosen up the axle nut and bolt. Same deal with this, and then we can take it to someone to get it swapped out.
This track was a whole lot different than what I was used to. An extremely technical track with lots of really fast riders. The riders here were not very kind to newcomers like me and David, passing extremely close and absolutely blasting you on the inside of a turn. It was a lot of fun though, definitely a very fun track. So I needed to lift the front, which I did. It turned out they haven't patched the ladder method yet. But yeah, did the trick. I couldn't ratchet strap just the rear, because if I did, then it would lift the entire bike up, because all the weight is up here, so. It's a good thing they had the cotter pin in, because this is finger tight. So, well. Alright, here we are, all loaded up. Oh, one close. Alright. Alright, so we got the tires installed. The Pirelli Sport Demons 130/90/16. Look at the date code right there. 49th week of 2024, which is good. Pretty new. Same thing with these. But yeah, got new tires on. Just gotta break them in to heat cycle them, release those oils, so then we can start getting the grip that we need. With that, we're off to our second track day with my friend David. This track was a whole lot different than what I was used to. An extremely technical track with very fast riders. The riders here were not very kind to newcomers like me, passing extremely close and absolutely blasting you on the inside of a turn. It was a lot of fun though, and definitely a very fun track, but I don't think I'll be coming back until I'm a lot better. Here's some clips. Take a watch. Dang, that was a ton of fun. That track was so technical and twisty, elevation changes, but man was it a workout. Having a camera on the back allowing me to watch my body positioning has showed me that I need to rotate my upper body more. I'm trying to lean off the bike, but since my upper body isn't rotated, I'm rotating around the bike instead of actually leaning off. The new tires are a world of difference in road feel, and these new tires are something that I can actually trust. There's still one problem that I have. The rear shock is very, very soft. To fix this, the pre-gen Ninja 250s are actually able to swap the new gen 250 rear shock one for one. They're very similar in dimensions, but the new gen Ninja 250 rear shock is far stiffer. I was able to find one in a motorcycle salvage store close to me and paid only $30-ish for it. Time to install it.
So this is the stock shock off the 88 through 2007 Ninja 250s. They're really soft, and the spring is very soft. And they also have no preload adjustment. This is the shock off of the Ninja 250 from 2008 to 2012, and these have a stiffer spring and have preload adjustment. I picked this shock up for about $30, and can't complain about that. It's not a very good shock, but still better than this thing. And this shock is identical to the Ninja 300 shock too, so that one also just bolts right in. But you can see dimensionally they are pretty much the same. So this is a direct swap. So time to put it in. All right. So now that we have the new shock mounted in, I can already tell that it's a lot stiffer because it's already sitting a lot taller. Because it's leaned over quite a bit more than it used to be. But even just sitting on it, it's It might be placebo, but I don't know. It feels stiffer. Only one way to tell on the track.
For my next track day at Road America's Motorplex, I met up with my buddy Amit and his R3, and we hit the track. For this day, I was going to practice putting the balls of my feet on the pegs and rotate my upper torso more. I was also excited to try out the new stiffer rear shock as well as just ride in general. Here's the footage. That day was a ton of fun as well. I still have lots to learn, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. That was my buddy Amit's first time going, and he also said he had a blast. He even passed me at one point, but I got my get back. The new rear shock was noticeably stiffer, and I noticed that it stopped squatting under acceleration after a turn. I also noticed, due to the stiffer rear, the front dive wasn't nearly as dramatic under braking. Well, that's it for this video and this season of track riding. We'll continue Road to Mediocre next season. Thanks for watching.